So, hello everyone. Hope all of you are doing fine. I welcome all of you to episode 1 of ETFK Fund Day. So, essentially, when it comes to investing, there are two ways of investing. One is an active investing style, and second is a passive investing style. So, let me explain both these styles to you. In the case of an active investing style, a fund manager essentially tries to select stocks and sectors and tries to time the market in order to give returns higher than the benchmark. So, the endeavor in an active fund is for the fund manager to deliver alpha or better returns than the index. When it comes to passive investing, the approach is different. In passive investing, you try and mimic the portfolio of the index with the same securities and sectors in the same weightage. The idea is not to beat the returns of the benchmark, but to mimic the returns of the benchmark and give you the performance of the benchmark. An interesting trivia for all of you is that passive funds AUM have actually now crossed the AUM of active funds. This just clearly highlights how passive investing has taken a lot of leaps and bounds in the last few years. So I think most of you would be aware that Sensex started in 1979. From 1979 till today, in a period of more than 40 years, the index has grown more than 500 times. Let me repeat it again, 500 times, and it's above 50,000 levels. But as an investor, I think so a lot of us will be thinking, have I generated similar returns on my portfolio, assuming I would have also invested for the same period? And you would observe that most of the investors' experience will be that their returns would be nowhere to what the index would have delivered. So the dilemma for an investor are on two folds. One is, can they choose the right security, or have they chosen the right fund which can give them returns higher than the benchmark? So let me give you an example to explain passive investing. Warren Buffett is considered one of the most esteemed investors of our time. He was asked what he will do for his inheritance. He mentioned a large part of his inheritance will go to charity, and for the amount that is going to be invested, he is going to look at passive funds as one of the vehicles for making his inheritance investments. Now when it comes to passive investing, what we have to see is how can you make passive investments. There are essentially two ways that you can make passive investments. One is you can invest in an ETF, and second is you can invest in an index fund. Let me try and give you the pros and cons of investing in ETFs and index funds. I want to showcase a slide in front of you which shows what are the various parameters for index funds and ETFs. Now let's compare the index fund and ETF. So track the performance. Both index fund as well as the ETF track the performance of the market. Now when it comes to the second aspect, is it tradable like a stock? So an index fund is not traded like a stock, while an ETF actually trades like a security. Now third aspect is the intraday prices. So in the case of an ETF, when you actually buy an ETF, you can take advantage of the volatility in the price during market hours, and you can take advantage of the intraday NAV based on the INAV of the fund. While in the case of an index fund, you actually get the closing NAV of the fund, which means that you don't get benefit of the volatility that might be there during the day in the case of an index fund. You can buy index fund from an AMC, while in the case of an ETF, you can buy index fund on the exchange, and if you are a large investor, you can also directly make the purchase from the asset management company. In the case of index funds, you cannot do intraday trading, but like I mentioned, an ETF is like a security, and hence you can also do intraday trading for an ETF. Index funds, however, have one advantage over ETFs is because they are like a mutual fund scheme, you can systematically do investments or an SIP in case of an index fund. In the case of ETFs, investor has to inform their broker whenever he wants to make the purchase. But a lot of brokers provide sort of a stock SIP which they can do in ETFs as well. Hopefully, this gives you a picture of how index funds and ETFs are different from each other. In our series ETF Ke Funde, we are going to discuss more on ETFs because we believe ETF is one of the better ways of making passive investing. Thank you everyone for your patient listening. We would be very happy to hear your views, your feedback on today's session. So please keep sharing your feedback and your views. In the next episode, we will decode one more aspect of ETF investing. Please don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel for more interesting videos. Thank you.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.